Being a teenager is tough. Navigating growth, friendships, school, it can be a lot. And many parents are left wondering, is it ever too much? Here's advice on what signs to look out for when it comes to depression and how to best handle that teen communication barrier.
It's important to recognize that if a teenager has something that they've done for years and been passionate about, whether that's academics or sports or creative hobbies, if someone suddenly gives that up for reasons that don't seem to make sense, that would be a big warning sign, I would say, to parents that they may be developing a depression or going through mood problems that way. The first thing I would say is talk to your teenager. Parents often overestimate the sort of level of distance or privacy that teenagers want, especially if they are going through something. If you can talk to them in a way that is candid and sort of respects the fact that they're developing autonomy and becoming more adult-like, rather than seeming to come across as lecturing or telling them what to do, I think they may be surprisingly open with you and perhaps even relieved to be able to share whatever it is that may have happened that's troubling them, and then you can problem solve solutions together. I would say if any parent seems overwhelmed, or if there seem to be things going on that are beyond the scope of what you can help your teenager with, don't be shy or hesitant about seeking professional help. Leave the door open. Make sure that it is okay for the child to talk to you about it. They really do need to process their feelings, and if they are made to feel like it isn't okay to talk about or bring it up, you're going to kind of pile on shame and guilt onto the already difficult feelings they have. I feel like if it's affecting a child's school performance, and especially if it's something that happened that's related to school, that is a good resource. The school districts here locally work pretty closely with the Fresno County Department of Behavioral Health, and so I do feel like that's an appropriate place to start. To have a child talk to one of those counselors, and then that person can make a determination based on what's presented, whether it's appropriate to do a more formal referral or not. Some kids just really need to talk through their feelings. I would say that's the majority. Humans are able to cope with grief. But for other kids who are vulnerable for whatever reason, maybe they've gone through other things or just have some biological or genetic vulnerability to depression, they may need more help. Really, kids are pretty intuitively good at knowing what they need, and so I would say follow your child's lead. If they need to lean on you a lot for some guidance for a while, that's okay. If they are maybe processing things more on their own, that's okay too, but just watch and make sure that they don't seem like they're getting depressed. If they seem like they are processing things on their own, but their mood seems okay, then I would not worry. But if they do seem like they're getting depressed and they need somebody to talk to, reach out to your child obviously first, but just realize that sometimes kids do need or want someone else to talk to, and that can be appropriate in certain situations, but really kids are pretty good at leading parents to what they really need in the moment.
If you need help finding resources, your child's school can be a great place to start, or you can call your insurer for advice on local providers.